Hey everybody, hope you're doing well, feeling swell, feeling blessed, no matter where you are. I didn't have an intention of coming on tonight, but I did want to share with you guys something really miraculous. And I can truly say that the message I want to bring forth is that miracles can happen any day, any moment. And maybe you're going through one just like me right now. The miracle I'm talking about is you guys. You guys are the miracle. You see, 2 years ago, when I got back on this channel, this is a very, very old channel. It's about 13, 14 years old. And the reason why I used this old channel was because I felt like a phoenix rising from the dust, rising from those ashes. I had abandoned my spiritual journey some odd 13 years ago. And 2 years ago, much like most of you, I don't know when and where you picked up on your ascension journey or your spiritual journey or your mission from God. We all are of different waves. I don't know which one I'm on. It's not like I got a sticker or a tag saying, you're on wave 3, you're on wave 1. But I know that 2 years ago, I was, God extended her hand to me once more. And I took hold of it, not knowing where it was going to lead, not knowing what was going to happen. But like most of you, I'm pretty sure you knew right away that it was what you had to do, right? So I take this dead channel and I start blathering on about all the drama and trauma I was going through at that time, 2.5 years ago. See, I was coming out of a really horrifying narcissistic relationship. And a lot of you empaths know exactly what I'm talking about. We were kind of interlinked with some narcissists. A lot of us were given that, what I like to call like the narcissist matrices, because as empaths, we have a tendency, or as angels, we have a tendency to give of ourselves so willingly and so fully, and too much for that matter, to the point that we self-sabotage and we self-sacrifice in an unhealthy way. And sometimes what I feel like, or at least for a lot of us on this ascension journey, ended up tapping in and maybe marrying or being in really long-term relationships with narcissists. They ended up teaching us our self-worth. They ended up teaching us that, it was either us or them, in a sense, because you wouldn't still have your sanity and you wouldn't be who you are right now if it had not been for meeting them. So if you're just getting out of one, you're not going to understand me. You're probably going to think I'm crazy. But for those of you that got out of it, have been kind of taken aback and know what I'm saying, the narcissist is probably the best teacher for self-worth that you'll ever meet. So I come out of that and the journey begins, just like all of you. I feel like one of those turtles, coming out of the sand. Thousands of us, tens of thousands, all of us online, just like raving about our, fresh blood or fresh earth or fresh eyes or fresh everything. And it was such a glorious moment in time, I think, for myself, because I was like, wow, I've got this new world. Everything's brand new to explore. And then as time goes on, when you're on the journey, you realize like, wow, I'm just healing. I'm just healing away. And I promise there's a point to this story. But all through the healing, you start realizing that you lose a bunch of people. And that also was meant to happen, because the losing of the people was really trying to show you like they were just background characters in your life up until. And the crazy thing about this whole journey is that it doesn't matter if you're 20, if you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Your life literally is like non-existent. And so much so to say that you go on this ascension journey, you wake up, you start, going on your path, going up, Jacob's ladder or the spiraling staircase, whatever way you want to put it. And you start realizing, you're like, wow, I can't go back to my old life. I don't even know who that person is anymore. And I mean, this takes years. It's not like you get to that point like right away. Maybe you do because you're just super special like that. But it's like you look back and you're like, how the hell did I live 30 some odd years being that guy or being that woman or being that person? You're like, how did that even happen? It's like somebody bitch smacked you awake and you're like, wow. You're like, Eureka. You're like, oh, like, it's amazing because you're like, whoa, like I never ever saw myself like this before. Everything makes sense in the sense that like it's clear who's deviant, it's clear who's not for you, it's clear who's a liar, it's clear who's gonna be helpful, it's clear who's like, you know, and you're okay like through it all. Like, yeah, sure, it's painful, but you finally have clarity of why you're doing it, you know what I mean? And in that older sense of life that you had no sense of direction really. Like you knew to like go to work, make your bills, pay the bills, go and feed the children, eat, you know, do those rudimentary things, go to school, whatever the case may be. Retire, you know? But it's like this bitch smack comes, you wake up and you're like, wow, you go on the journey, you don't really understand what's happening. And you find that along the way, you start to see others. And in my case, I was like online, I was on YouTube, I was on different platforms. And I was like, wow, like there's a lot of people out there. They're not in my immediate community, but there's a lot out there. Thank God for internet, right? But all of us have these different lives, but yet we're so similar in so many ways. And I just wanted to say the reason why I came on today is because I finally, after so long with this dead channel, like, I mean, I had this channel for like 13, 14 years. I revived it like 2.5 years ago, and it struggled. I struggled to get each individual subscriber that I have. Okay. It took me 2.5 years to get to this point right now. And this is why I say miracles can happen any day, every day, and could be happening to you right now. Because one is happening for me. I just want to say a big thank you to hitting 1,000 subscribers. Because 2.5 years ago, I never even thought I was going to get to 80. I never even thought I was going to get to 100. It took me so long to even do that. And I don't know why. I feel like when people say like God hides some of his own for purposes unknown, you have to really take that in stride. And in my circumstance, I feel like whoever I am to be, or whoever I am, you know, self-actualizing into, was not made to come out or to be known up until a point like this. So I just want to say a huge thank you. I just want to say thank you for coming with me on the journey, and it's not over. I want to, you know, get to the 2,000 and the 10,000 and, you know, whatever, sky's the limit, you know. But I just wanted to say for all of the patrons who have been with me through these last years, I just want to say thank you, because in some ways I feel like we were all in this together. And for those of you that just started to get to know me and you're like, oh, what is she going on about? Like, seriously, take a look at my channel and see how long it took me to get to 1,000 subscribers. I remember when I first started, I think it was like 6 months in, I realized that YouTube was eating my subscribers and eating my views. And I even made a video proving that that was happening. It was just such an upward battle trying to get to higher levels. And no matter what, it's just that I know that the one message I want to say right now is that don't ever give up. If you're at a place and point in time where you're just like, I'm done with all this. Who knows where this world is going? Who knows, you know, what the purpose of it all is, or why am I here, or what am I doing? Just know that this message landed on you because you needed it. Just like it landed on me today because I needed it. Like, I saw the 1,000 subscribers and I was like, I literally, and even now, I had tears well up in my eyes because I was like, it may seem like nothing to some of you, but it's like the most momentous thing to happen to me in a very long time. it's like the thing that I can actually say fulfills me, because I know that it's a marker of just the beginning. This is the beginning, just like many other beginnings before on this journey. There's so many endings and so many beginnings, so many rises and so many falls. And this is one of those rises, and I just wanted to say thank you. So if you are seeing this, this is my commemoration to you guys. But just know, like, it's always possible. No matter how bad everything looks, it's always possible. No matter how many people hate on you, it is always possible. It's just that that's the way we have to see the world. No matter what comes down on us, no matter how things may seem, it's always possible. Love you lots. Bye for now.